Thomas, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, Kyle, I guess, first of all, how is the foot? And if you could take us through what happened.
I was pretty sore right now. Thankfully X-rays came back negative on it. So that's really good news. That's a big bullet that's dodged right there. But yeah, it's sore right now. So we'll just continue to monitor it today, tomorrow, and moving forward.
You got hit pretty hard on that foot, and still almost made a play through with some velocity. Can you kind of take me through what happened?
Yeah, I mean, ball went off my foot. Saw where it ricocheted to try making the play. Unfortunately, he was running pretty good down first base, so I wasn't able to get him out. But after that, it's kind of one of those things where adrenaline kicks in, where you're not thinking about any sort of pain, anything like that, and was able to get through that fifth inning. Wanted to go after the sixth, but I think precautionary reasons obviously decided to get me out of there and go get my foot x-rayed and make sure that everything is okay.
Okay, just a couple more for me. When you did go in for x-rays, were you worried that maybe there was something more than what it was?
Yeah, I mean, whenever a pitcher takes a line drive or hard ground ball off, any part of their body, really, there's that slight concern that something might be fractured or torn or something like that. So, that thought was definitely there. Me being able to walk around on it, being able to finish off that fifth inning, I think that was a good sign that it wasn't fractured. But when we got in there, we were talking with the doctors and looking at the x-rays. We got a few different angles of it and was able to see that there was no fracture in the foot.
Last one for me. Last 7 or so starts, you pitched quite well, haven't gotten the wins. Team hasn't gotten the wins. And we talked about you as being a hard luck pitcher. Kind of tonight was bad luck with you getting hit, but at least you got out of it with a win. What do you think about getting a W? I know people don't think it's important, the stat people, but what about that for you?
I mean, there's one reason that we're playing this game, at this high level, is to win baseball games. So a win's a win no matter what. Love the run support that I had tonight. Wish I could have gone a little bit deeper though.
I will go to Danielle next. Danielle, go ahead.
Hi, Kyle. How did you feel before it hit you in the foot?
I felt great. Me and Ellis are on the same page. I know this Cubs lineup has, pretty much been flipped on its head in the past handful of days. But regardless, it's still a professional baseball team out there with, I'm sure some hungry guys, younger guys from AAA that are looking to stamp their name and, fight for a position. So you can't take that lightly. So facing a team like that can be slightly dangerous, but me and Elias did a great job being on the same page, keeping them in a rocking chair, having quick innings and getting the job done.
You've had a couple tough breaks this season with injuries and blisters and things that have come up. Just where's your head? Are you getting frustrated by all these things keep popping up? I mean, how are you feeling?
Happens. I mean, the ball was hit so hard I couldn't get my foot out of the way. Blister, that's something I've been fighting my whole career. Shoulder injury, that was something that just out of nowhere happened. It was nothing that I did wrong. It was nothing that I was trying to do different. It's just one of those things. And right now for me, it's kind of one of those seasons where I'm fighting little injuries like that. But I can't let it alter my mentality at all. I can't let it alter my day-to-day stuff, start to start kind of stuff. I have to keep on going, pitch for this ball club and try and get wins every 5 days.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Kevin Henry, then Owen, and finish up with Tracy. Kev, go ahead.
Hey, Kyle, in that first inning, it looked like you really came out aggressive, striking out the side. Is that kind of your mentality heading into it, knowing you wanted to come out strong?
Yeah, I mean, it's my mentality every time out is, come out, balls to the wall, and, set the tone immediately. Pretty rare for me to strike out the side in the first. So that was pretty cool. Don't do that very often, but, for me, it's setting the tone from pitch one, putting them away as quickly as I can so I can get our offense, in the batter's box and start scoring runs.
And Buddy talked about the pitch mix that you were going with tonight. It looked like from the start you kind of had all those working.
Yeah, top to bottom with the pitch mix was working. Like I said earlier, me and Ellis were on the same page. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, everything was working well tonight. I was able to locate them where we wanted them, keep them off balance, and we did a great job. I would just wish that could have kept pitching in the 6th, 7th, maybe 8th.
Thank you.
We'll go to Owen and finish up with Trace. Owen, go ahead.
Hey, Kyle, to go back to the 5th, after you got hit and you made the play, what was your initial feeling after making the play? Were you, it looked like you were in pain from our vantage point. What was your feeling at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it hit my foot, didn't feel anything. Saw where the ball ricocheted to, went to go get it and try and make the play to get the guy out. And, pretty much immediately after that is when, the pain struck in my foot. And pretty drastic at the time. But then, when that kind of stuff happens, adrenaline takes over and you're kind of able to, fight off that pain a little bit. I wasn't super concerned about anything. I didn't hear a pop. I didn't hear anything that could potentially be drastic to, myself and my season. But it's just one of those things that ball hit me, tried to make the play, wasn't able to, and then, assess the situation afterwards.
And as you warmed up to continue the 5th and then came out to warm up for the 6th, did you feel differently going into the 6th, or was it the same?
It was mostly the same, but I could feel pain was building. I think that they could see on the mound too that I was, slightly frustrated. I was fighting some things in my foot as well, and I think that's when they decided to make the decision to, get me out of the game, get my foot checked on, make sure that we're not doing any more damage. Not only to my foot, but to my arm. Just because the entire body's connected. Where if you're fighting one thing in a certain area of your body, it's going to affect other areas of your body. So I think that was one of their main concerns.
And lastly, for me, I mean, did you have to? Did you lobby both times to stay in? And was it pretty hard to convince them the first time?
Yeah, I lobbied for sure. Right after I was hit, after the 5th, I told them I want to keep going. I want to pitch. Obviously that didn't happen, but the kind of person that I am, kind of player that I am, I'm gonna go until someone tells me you're not going anymore.
All right, thanks, Kyle.
All right, Trace, take us home.
Hey, Kyle, as far as on a bigger picture thing, mentally, how do you deal with the fact, as well as you've pitched in your last 8 starts, I think you have 1 win to show for it. The team has 3 out of those 8, and your ERA is like 2. How do you each time go back and not get carried away the next time you go on the mound and try too hard?
I just got to keep doing what I'm doing and control what I can control. And outside of those factors, they're not up to me. Run support, defense, opposing pitching, opposing offense. Those kind of things are out of my control. So I'm just, every 5 days for me, it's going out there, doing what I can do, putting the team in a great spot to win a baseball game, and hopefully I'm leaving the team in a spot where they can either come back, hold a lead, or break a tie. But that's my mentality every 5 days. So outside factors, I have zero control over, so those are out of sight, out of mind.
Thank you, sir.
All righty.